So with Michael Bay's Age of Extinction hitting cinemas everywhere worldwide and Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark being released on practically everything with buttons, it would seem that we are smack bang in the middle of the summer of Transformers. So I guess there is never going to be a better opportunity for me to talk about one of my all-time favourite PlayStation 2 games, and that is the absolutely sublime Transformers. Transformers is the quintessential third-person action game, you know? It still looks amazing now. I was playing it the other day, Raph came in and he even said how good it looked, and he's a man who is hard to please when it comes to things which aren't the most cutting edge. You know, the opening levels of all these sorts of games are always the ones that show off the most, and check this one out. I mean, that grass, that huge open world, it's worth remembering this game is well over 10 years old, and it still looks amazing now. The story revolves around these tiny robots called Mini-Cons. After the war on Cybertrons raged on for millions of years, it turns out there's a third Transformer race, and both the Autobots and Decepticons desperately want to get hold of them to help swing the war in their favour. The Mini-Cons themselves are things like guns or shields or sometimes like a set of wings, so it becomes obvious early on why they're so important to both sides. You know, the Decepticons, they want to enslave the Mini-Cons and make them fight against the Autobots, and the Autobots want to not enslave them and make them fight against the Decepticons. Yeah, I don't know if that kind of moral ambiguity is intentionally left in as some sort of clever irony. You know, if you want to believe this game is so well written that it includes for ethical ambiguity on the battlefield, then go ahead. Don't come crying to me though when it turns out it's just a game about space robots who shoot each other with lasers. The Mini-Cons though seriously are tons of fun. You know, as much fun as it is getting a better blaster rifle or a better shield recharger, it's the more insidious Mini-Cons that are more fun. There's like a high jump one, there's a set of glider wings, there is a Mini-Con detector, all of these ones that they really work together to make the game endlessly replayable. There's even synergy between Mini-Cons of the same colour, so you can put together a really great group of your favourites. But then that said, the experimentation with these things is so great you'll probably not run the same Mini-Con team for longer than 5 minutes, just because the game gives you so much to play with. It rewards experimentation in a really real sense. One of the problems with adapting an existing IP and making anything from it is, you know, you've got to win a battle on two fronts. Firstly, you've got to make something which caters for the existing fan base, but something which, you know, newbies can come to and aren't going to be alienated against. The second point, and that's actually the most important point, is you need to make a good game. It isn't enough just that it's a faithful adaptation of the IP, but it needs to actually be a decent product as well. Transformers actually exceeds at being both. It is both a really great Transformers product, but also it's a really, really fun game. You don't have to be a Transformers fan to like it. You know, it's just robots running around and there's explosions everywhere. At the very root of it, it's just a really, really fun action game. This is actually a platform exclusive on the PlayStation 2. There wasn't another version released for another console, and as far as I know, it hasn't been re-released on any digital downloads yet. So this is one of those games you're going to have to go out and get a PS2 if you want to play it. But this is one of those games that is worth the investment of buying a PlayStation 2. So please go buy a PS2, go buy a copy of Transformers, play it and complete it before coming back here for another episode of Second Wind.